Now, West Vancouver Capilano.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. When we were last in this House, we raised story after story about parents of neurodiverse children who were anxious, angry, upset about the NDP clawback of autism funding. Months later, those parents have continued. In fact, they're on the legislature, were on the legislature lawn earlier today and in the gallery today to send a message to this government. Monica Nunez from Langford says, and I quote, "As a parent of a child with autism, I am not only infuriated, but I am scared for my child's future. If government truly wants to help all children, they will reconsider the move to eliminate autism funding," end quote. So will the minister today listen to Monica and the other parents that are in the gallery here today and reverse this heartless clawback?
Minister of Children and Families.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, and thank you to the member for the question. Thank you to the parents for being here today as well. Honourable Speaker, for many years my ministry have been hearing from families that their children have been left behind. There's a patchwork of programmes that's available for some of the community of children and youth with support needs. We did consultation in 2019 with over 1,500 individuals, and Honourable Speaker, just in the month of December last year alone, we engaged with about 850 families as well. It is important to listen to families. We are actively doing that. The next sessions of engagement with families start on February the 28th. We're committed to listening to families and to make this transformation as successful as it can possibly be for the children and youth in our province. We are committed to working with families to make it right and to make sure that all children and youth receive the services for their unique needs as early as possible.
Member for West Vancouver Capilano, supplemental.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Groundhog Day was last week, Mr. Speaker, but I feel that it is today because we continue to get the same answer to different questions, and it's never a real answer. The NDP's cold-hearted clawback affects all neurodiverse children. The minister is ignoring this broad coalition opposed to her clawback. She is ignoring the parents in the gallery today. She's even ignoring her friends, her political allies. The president of the BCTF said this morning, and I quote, "It's heartbreaking to think that government would knowingly subject disabled students to significant emotional, physical, and psychological distress. It's time for government to listen," end quote. So will the minister listen to parents, listen to the BCTF, and stop the clawback?
Minister of Children and Family Development.
Well, thank you, Honourable Speaker, and thank you to the member for the question, because it is very important to listen to people with expertise and with experience and with knowledge. And for many years, the ministry has been listening. And the ministry,
Members.
The ministry has been listening to families and to advocates and to very experienced service providers as well, Honourable Speaker. The community of children and youth with support needs is diverse, and so are the people who serve them as well. We need to listen to them and to be working very closely with them, which is what we are doing. We did over 2,000, just in December of last year. We had engagement sessions with over 2,000 people from families and from service providers. We're continuing that engagement, Honourable Speaker, as we implement this really important transformation. We've heard from too many families that their kids are getting left behind. Honourable Speaker, we have received several reports from the Representative for Children and Youth, the Independent Representative for Children, telling us that we need to move to a needs-based system, and that is what we're doing. There was an all-party select standing committee of this Legislative Assembly that wrote a recommendation that we should be moving to a system of needs-based services. Honourable Speaker, what that means is that children get supports
Members.
when they need them. Children need supports as early as possible, not locked behind a diagnosis, in order to have a successful developmental path.